Hello everyone and welcome back to night number 2 of the Speedway Sedans Australia National Street Stock title here from Mildura. And well, I can tell you after last night, not a lot of people have had a lot of sleep. But we're back for night number 2 and looking forward to another great night of action. 11 heats to come your way. Let's have a look at the format for tonight as we do each and every Speedway meeting. We've got 11 heats tonight, the 4th round of qualifying. There'll also be 2 heats per round for the junior sedans that are going to split up our coverage tonight to give the street stock drivers time to get themselves ready for the 3 finals. So there'll be 11 heats, then we'll go into the C, B and A main. The C main obviously is 33 to 50. The top 2 from that will go through to the B main, and from there we'll have the top 4 from the B main go through to the A. The B main is over 20 laps, the A main 40 laps. It'll either be 20 cars or 21 cars to go through into the final, depending on whether Anthony Bear makes it, and we're pretty sure he is already locked in. He is the top point scorer after night number 1 with 108 points. The only driver to go through undefeated. Let's have a look at the competitors for you for this weekend, and it'll be a good opportunity for us to have a look at the scratchings. Now I'm going to have to look at my paper for this because there are 23 of them. Heat number 39, Mitchell Viney, Stephen Petrie, Brooke Ferguson, Aaron Tyler and Todd Rose are all going to be missing from the opening heat. Heat number 40 is clear. We've got a full field of 12. Heat number 41, Robbie Fisher, Nathan Dunn and Andy Maxwell Senior are the 3 scratchings. Heat number 42, we're missing Dale Morrison, Dale Riley Jr., Troy Polly, Philip Watson and Hamish McAlpine, so 5 out of that. Heat number 43 is missing Stephen Watts, so that's a big withdrawal there. And heat number 44, the final heat, Matthew Atkinson is also a scratching. Now if we go back to the first 5 heats, the first heat of the night is actually clear. We're going to have a full field of 12. Heat 35 has got Michael Hammond out. Now, I've actually seen Michael Hammond leave the venue with the car, so not sure if he's actually left completely or whether he's coming back to watch. Trevor Logan is also a scratching out of that one. Heat 36, Michael Hume is out. Sean McClure is also out, so there'll be a field of 10 for that. Heat 37, Jason Foe is a scratching. And in Heat 38, there are 2 withdrawals, Matthew Lyons and Damon Lyle. So the first heat is clear, and then the rest of them have got quite a few withdrawals, and one of them has 5 out of the 1 race. So it's going to be interesting to see how all that plays out tonight. It's a lot windier tonight. It's overcast as well, so it's probably going to cool off as the night goes on. As you can see, there's a really good crowd in yet again for night number 2. We get underway in 15 minutes with the Grand Parade. Now we could have done one of 2 things tonight. We could have either interviewed the top 3 or 4, but we get sick of seeing those top 3 or 4 and hearing from them all the time. We thought tonight would have a talk to some of those who have had all sorts of dramas. We spoke to Jamie Oldfield, who only finished 1 race. You've got to watch this interview we have with Jason Oldfield. It's an absolute corker. We also interviewed Travis Hutchison from Queensland. He's had not 1 engine change but 2. And we finish up by talking to Justin Brumfield from the Northern Territory. Let's start off by talking to a 2-time national champion in Jamie Oldfield. We're just hours away from the start of night number 2 of the National Street Stock title. I have with me one of the drivers had all sorts of issues last night in Jamie Oldfield from Western Australia. 2 flat tyres before you finally won a heat race to end the night.
Yeah, we did. We had a bit of bad luck. Pumped our tyres up harder than we ever do, and one we got hit and got a flat, and the other one we just peeled off the bead, but just unlucky.
When the car did go, it was good and up to what you were expecting?
Yeah, definitely. We made some changes the night before. We spent all night out here working on it and making sure everything's right and everything's tight and we don't have any issues, and certainly got the speed to do it. Just need a bit of luck, but we'll be right.
You're off the back in the last heat of position number 11, but you're hoping to get enough points to maybe skip the C main and get into the B?
Yeah, that'd be ideal. Just manage to hopefully win the heat race and then go straight to the B main without doing the C. Obviously the C makes it hard. A lot of, generally there's a lot of wrecked cars in the C main, and I don't want to be part of that.
A long way to come to get over here. A lot of long nights and early mornings to get to this point.
Yeah, we're pretty buggered at this point of the weekend, but we're here to race and we'll just get the job done and do what we can do.
Best of luck this weekend, or best of luck for tonight?
Thanks, Chase.
From one Oldfield to another, we now go to Jason Oldfield, who has also had plenty of trouble this weekend. Hasn't been your weekend, Jace?
No, we didn't get off to a very good start. Hang on a minute.
Bugger off.
Cool down at least.
You don't have any friends by the looks of it either, Jace.
Oppositions. No friends. We don't need friends. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, that's okay. We soldier on. That's what us professionals do. We keep on going.
Correct.
So it hasn't been a good start to the weekend, and by the looks of it, it's not going to be a good end to the weekend either.
What do you mean by that? We're on a roll.
You're drenched at the minute.
No, we're doing good. Yeah, but we didn't get off to a very good start, but the crew, Michael Gombos and the crew, and Ben Kelly and all the other crew that are here from WA pitched in and got us out of trouble after practice and dug deep, and a few long nights, and we're slowly getting there. We're just taking it easy because it's pretty hard out there, and I'm struggling a little bit, but we're slowly getting there.
Long nights and early mornings, apparently.
Yeah, we had a few. Just work on the cars. That's all we're doing. Just working on cars, nothing else.
You sure?
Well, I don't know. Do you know something?
I may know something about still being up at 5:30, and you might have been just doused then to get all the truck degreaser off you.
Yeah, we had. We were pretty dirty because we didn't get changed, and we thought we'd just have a shower with the clothes on, and someone sprayed us with a bit of chemical, and we're clean.
Oh, that's really good. Well, let's hope that the car goes better than you have this weekend, and maybe we can get Jason Oldfield towards the front at least in the lucky last.
Well, yeah, we'll try and just try to finish. That's what we're going to do. But it doesn't really matter, does it?
No, not at this point. You're soaking wet. I don't think it really matters what happens from here on in.
No, I'll get him back. Don't worry about that. I'll get him back.
There we are, Jason Oldfield. He's wet, but he smells good. That's the main thing.
Yeah, thank you very much.
With us now is Travis Hutchison from Queensland, another who's had a few issues. A long way to come, Trav, to have not one engine rebuild, but two.
Yeah, it's keeping us busy, stopping us drinking anyway. So, see how we go. Hopefully we can make the A-man.
Had any sleep so far this weekend?
Probably about 6 hours altogether. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, join the club. How have you found it so far? Obviously, interrupted race with all the engine troubles you've had.
Yeah, apart from that, it would have been good. I don't know, last night happened in the second heat, so we had to just put a new plug in and hope for the best for third, so we still got a second and got points, so we were like, we might as well fix it ready for tonight and see how we go.
So what have you actually found or had to do today to get it ready to go through scrutineering?
We done a piston in the first heat, so we, it was practice, so then we reckon it weakened it because it's leaned out and it must have wrecked one on the second heat, so there we just put 3 new pistons in the other bank for tonight and try it. So it's missing a little bit now. I'm hoping it's just a fouled plug, but we'll see how we go, really.
Well, after all the bad luck you've had, if that's all it is, then hopefully you've got some good luck for tonight. One thing we can say about the Queensland is you've got the party end covered down here with the lights and the music.
Yeah, well, that was the plan, just to have a few drinks after every night, but it's not letting us happen, so we're like, but yeah, we'll see how we go. Hopefully that's tonight now.
After about 10:30, I think this might be the place to be.
Yeah, hopefully. I was hoping a little bit later, just after midnight, so it'll be good.
Best of luck.
Thanks very much.
With us now, we've got Justin Brumfield from the NT, another driver who's had just the odd issue. In fact, he couldn't even keep the panels on his car last night. Looks like it's okay for now. Plenty of cable ties holding it together. What can we expect tonight?
One heat. Only goal is to go forward and try and get as many of those points as possible. By the way amount of people have had DNFs and that, it's still achievable to have a good result and still make it, even though we're sitting in 84th in points. So, mate, hopefully, we're going to push forward, and hopefully I'll be able to give the guys all their hard work some results.
Let's go through your heats. Heat number 1.
Unfortunately, we're chasing an issue from practice, and we changed too many things, and unfortunately, too many jobs and didn't do the first job properly, and fuel fitting come loose, and that put an end to that, and you push on.
Heat number 2 wasn't much better?
No, unfortunately, what we thought was one issue was actually 2 issues in one. We had a coil pack failure, so we just tried to be as wide as possible and just hoping they were going to get caught behind us, but lap 1 stoppage obviously took 3 car lengths away from us, so it took them a couple of laps to get past us, but we held on for 4th, so that's my best result yet, and we're still failing. So
Now, I don't want to rub it in. Then there was heat 3. It literally fell apart.
yeah, heat 3 was again come from the back, try and go as far forward as possible, and we got up to 4th. We had a stoppage and another failure by one of the other guys, flat tyre. So we're sitting in 4th, and they're like, oh, this will be all right. We'll just try and burn around the top, and just got caught in the wrong spots at the wrong time, and once got away with it. Twice in the fence, just flat tyre, and changed a few arms this morning and ready to go.
Well, it looks Mickey Mouse. The doors are back on it, which is something we didn't see much last night. If all else fails, you can always come and be expert comments tonight after heat 4.
Mate, if I can do that privilege, I'll be happy days. But hopefully you'll be able to just keep saying my name a lot more, and we'll be able to, do some of the good guys in the past. They've done the CB&A, so we'll try and chase in Jamie's footsteps from a few years ago, and we'll make sure your voice runs out for that.
Well, just to let you in a little secret, Jamie doesn't expect to be in the C main, so there's room for you.
Well, if that's the case, well, he's in front of me, so that'll be even better. That'll be another car that, I don't have to try and either A, chase or follow through. So, look, if he is, I don't expect to see much more than his back bumper bar, but hey, if he is there, I'll do my best to try and catch him, pass him, as I want to do to all the rest of them. So, but no, just one thing I do want to do is big shout out to my brother. He's worked countless hours on it, so thank you to you guys, my sponsors and wife, and all the rest of them that help get me down here. So hopefully we can do something good and make you say my name a lot more tonight, Jace.
Best of luck.
Cheers, bud.
Clarkers 95, David Barry 92, Troy Russell 92, Dan Druitt 89, Matt Nelson 87, Shane Roycroft 85, Nathan Russell 82, Stewie Robinson 79 and Bailey Heinrich is 79. They're the top point scorers after night 1. Can also tell you there are 23 withdrawals for night number 2. There are only 108 left. And there are some heats that still have full fields, can you believe it, as the cars come out on track for the Grand Parade. All 101 of them that are left for night number 2. Here's the national champion, Anthony Bear, first car out. Undefeated, looking to become the first driver to win the title 5 times. He's already a 5 times national champion. There's Mark Jennings, the second highest qualifier, won the event in 1995. Brad McClure has won this event twice. Reese Heinrich, the 2017 champion, is having a title. The Queensland title holder, Robert Trapp, is there. Jason Jewell, best presented car and New South Wales champion. Paul Joss in 69. Corey Sandow in 22. Jamie Collins in 12. A 92 car, Nikita Wilson, and out they all come.
So the cars continue to pour out here onto the track. ...101 of them all together to come out for this Grand Parade. And they'll go 4 wide. Great opportunity to take your photos. It's Moss Buchanan in car 0. Benny Barker's back, Heath Thorne in 52, Daryl Atkinson in 37. Jamie Locke is having a good title in car number 43. Craig Buchanan in 97. Jamie Oldfield in car number 51. He's only finished one of the races so far. He's hoping to have a better night tonight. Behind him is 36 of Greg Parks. 18, the next car through is Ricky Throckmorton. Nigel Reichstein in 114. Darren Flatman in 72, the next car around. Darren's offering me a ride in the passenger seat for the Grand Parade. I don't think I'll be taking him up anytime soon. Aaron Bunton in 38. Noxie in 67, AJ Lawrence. Stuck a few panels back on the 55 car for night number 2. Jason Oldfield, let's hope he's dried off. If you saw our interview earlier on this afternoon on our live streaming coverage, he's got no friends when they throw a bucket of water over him while he's being interviewed. He's back out there. He looks a bit drier. The 10 of Matt Hammond. Chris Hay in car number 42, the next car around. We got any Daniel Druitt fans in the house tonight? He's having a good run in 26. Peter Bryant's there in 6, Jason DeGoldie in 27. 99 is Peter Thompson, who won the New South Wales title in 2017. Marty Kelly in car number 2. Ben Riley in 54 from Tassie. 141 is Brock Atkins. He's the 2015 National Junior Sedan Champion. He's gone for the beanie look tonight. Hayden Norman from Western Australia in car 76, the 2017 WA champion. Corey Bald in 77 from Tasmania. Corey Jetson, who's finished 3rd in the last... Corey Jetson in 137 from Tasmania. Comes into line. Jared Mabbott in car number 39. 91, Evan Wakefield. Chris Watmore in car 149. Car number 8 is next, which is Nathan Barbler from Queensland. Travis Hutchison will be the next one around. They've had 2 engine changes in the last couple of days. Stephen Harvey from Tasmania is next in car number 9. And they're about to roll off, 4 wide. Matt Crawford in 119 is one of the last, along with Brendan Green in car 146. We've got one car with a few issues down here in the eastern end of the racetrack. Let's see if we can get them 4 wide all the way around.
Yeah, the 69 car of Paul Joss, and there's Jason just parked up here in turn 1 and 2. He's just like he's going to get a push start from fellow competitor Nigel Reichstein.
In fact, it's 3 wide. We're going, not 4. So they move into the main straight. Great opportunity to take some photos. Nelson coming up in the 64 car. So we start off 3 wide and we're 4 wide in the back half. That's what it is. 3 wide out the front for the state and national champions. The rest of them are 4 wide.
Yeah, Jason, it's a great sight down here on the infield. All the kids are down on the fence. You can hear them cheering out for their drivers. I heard a few go berries and all that. So it's good. All the kids get down, cheer for the drivers. This is the first time and the only time that you'll see them before the start of tonight's A-Main without their helmets off. So I know these drivers really get into this kind of thing. All the kids cheering for their favourite drivers. So get down there now, shout out nice and loud for your favourite driver. How about the Tasmanian champ, Nathan Russell, 2 wins last night. I know there's lots of Tasmanians back down home, got their big screen set up as well in their sheds. They're really, really interested in this event, the Mental Raceway National Street Stock title here at B&S Earthworks Timmer Speedway.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome here for night number 2 at the B&S Earthworks Timber Speedway for the National Street Stock title courtesy of Mental Racewear. And we've got 2 presentations to do to start off proceedings. We've got the CEO of Speedway Sedans Australia, Greg Lind, with us to make the first of those presentations to the track for hosting the title.
Thanks, Jason. And thanks each and everyone for coming out for this, the 2019 SSA National Street Stock title. To host a title, first we need a track, and we can't thank B&S Earthworks Timber Speedway in Mildura for hosting this year's 2019 national title. I guess it's a sedan club, and that has shown for many, many years with the amount of titles that they continue to host, and the SSA are very proud of the working relationship that they have here at Timber Speedway with you guys. So as a token of our appreciation, I'd like to present to Benny and Kristen just a small token of our appreciation in hosting this year's national title for street stocks. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Greg. And thanks to everyone who's come out today and was here last night. Sorry about the dust last night. We got little mistakes made, but hopefully we're all over that tonight. So, look, 1 round of heats, straight into the finals. Hopefully this wind pisses off and we'll put on a good show for you. Thanks very much.
Thanks very much, Benny. And there's one other presentation we have to do, and it's a great honour when you've got such a large car count to have someone awarded Best Presented Car, not only by Speedway Sedans Australia, but also by your peers. And for 2019, ladies and gentlemen, how about putting your hands together for the Best Presented Car? It goes to Jason Jewell from South Australia. Well, Jace, this car, it is immaculate. It looked showroom before last night. Unfortunately, got a couple of little dents in it now, but you must be very proud of this car.
Yeah, I really wanted to do the best I could on this car and make it everything I wanted, and I have, and my crew has helped me with that, and yeah, it's really good. It's it's great rocking up here with a car exactly how you want it.
And how are you going actually in the title, apart from having a good-looking car? Are you still confident you'll be able to make it?
Not sure. I kind of sacrificed coming in with a nice looking car rather than I didn't get to try it out, and we had a few problems in the first 2 heats, but nothing too major. The second heat we just went out to collect points, ended up getting second, so I was pretty happy with that. We're pretty sure we've got it all sorted now, and I'm on the front row for the final heat, and yeah, even if we get in the B main, we'll just try and get in and try our best.
Well done.
No worries, thank you, and thanks Speedway Australia for presenting the award. It's an honour to, because there's so many good cars here, and it's good to see how everybody presents the cars for the Australian title. It's really good.
Once again, put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for our best presented car in Jason Jewell. It was event 1, heat 34. Set for dispatch. Out of turn 4 they come. Racing, great start too by Jason Jewell. Nelson on the outside, the inside is Paul Joss. They move into turn number 1 as they move out of turn 2 in pits bend. The 87 of Jaden Edwards moves to 4th, Crutchley back to 5th, and coming through now is the 82 car of Shane Roycroft. Also up there is Benny Barker as they move out of 3 and 4 the first time. Out in front is Jason Jewell from Nelson, then Joss. Edwards on the outside of Roycroft. Z3 wide down there in the western corner. They move out of turn number 2 and down the back straight back then to Crutchley in 6th place. Here comes the challengers further back. Sando is underneath of Barker. They went either side of Jaden Jolly and both have gone underneath of Crutchley. Into the main straight, Nelson applying the pressure to Jason Jewell. Sando is up in the fence along with the 41 car of Darren Forrest. The yellow lights have come on and we've got ourselves a stoppage.
Yeah, Corey Sando and Darren Forrest has come together. Forrest tagged on the back of Sando's car. Sando was heading straight for the fence, and Forrest got out of it to avoid any kind of collision. The car, Jason, sitting in 3rd at the moment, the 82, Shane Roycroft, the Hulk. His wife is actually in hospital at the moment in labour.
Oh, Struth, I only saw her the other day. She was close. I thought she had 13 days to go. I really did get to talk to her.
Bit of a joke about it and said in one of his heat race wins last night that she might have went into labour, but she actually has. So he wants to get this heat over and done with. He's going to duck down to the hospital and check out what's going on there. So let's hope he can bring it home.
Brings it home. He might not get to the hospital in time. Nelson, then the 69 car in 3rd place of Paul Joss. Edwards, then Roycroft. Crutchley is next. Into the main straight we come. We're racing yet again. The first heat of the night, heat number 34 of the national title. Brock puts out the green flag, and here comes the challengers. Nelson coming underneath of Jason Jewell. Back to Paul Joss in 3rd place. Roycroft and Edwards running side by side. They're 3 wide further back in the field as they head down the back straight, and it's now Nelson taking up the running on the outside. Jason Jewell fights back. Paul Joss is right there with them. 3 of them locked together. So going to the western corner, which is pits bend. 3 across the track with Joss high, wide and handsome. He comes up on the outside of Nelson now. Both of them behind the best presented car in Jason Jewell. We've got a Shandangle further back, and Corey Sando is involved in that, and the yellow lights have come on again, and Sando's got some damage to the front end of his car. It hasn't been really his weekend either. And, oh, geez, quite a bit of damage to the front right of Sando's car. He goes to the infield. Another one coming there will be Jamie Crutchley. Crutchley will be out. The front right of that car is also out of commission. So it's been a heavy old start. So Jason Jewell to lead them into the main straight. All about set to go. Heat number 34 on track is all go. Behind the South Australian Jason Jewell. Down into turn number 1. Here's the first challenge coming. Is from Roycroft on the inside. Has got underneath of Nelson and Joss as they head down the back straight, and Joss gets under Nelson. So the 69 car and the 64 almost look the same, but Joss has gone back into 3rd place at the expense of Nelson, and it's Roycroft in 2nd. So it's Jewell, Roycroft, back then to Joss in 3rd place. Nelson to fight back, and Edwards is there along with Darren Forrest. Then we've got Hayden Jolly, the next one through, but Shane Roycroft's in a hurry. His wife's in labour down at the hospital, and he wants to get out of here in a hurry. He's taken the lead. Jason Jewell goes high, wide and handsome as Jaden Edwards spins himself out. Nelson's gone to 3rd. 4th place is Paul Joss as they move down into turn number 1 and 2. Out of pits bend, it is Roycroft in front. Jewell in 2nd place, then Nelson. Back to Paul Joss in 4th, then Darren Forrest. Hayden Jolly is next, then Corey Sando, and the 13 of Benny Barker. Into the main straight they come with 7 laps to go. Out in front it's Roycroft. Jewell on the outside of Nelson. Paul Joss right there with them. They're 3 across the track. Back down to the 41 car of Darren Forrest as they head out of turn number 2. Back then to Jolly, Sando and Barker, Mossy Buchanan and Jaden Edwards. Still a titanic battle here for the lead. We come up to the halfway mark in heat number 34. Roycroft out in front. Nelson in second place. Jules gone back to third. And the 69er Paul Joss is right there with them. Darren Forrest not that far behind as they go out of Pitts Bend and down the back straight yet again. It's Roycroft, your race leader here at Timmis. Back in second place, it's it's the 64 car of Matt Nelson. He's currently 7th on points. This will really help him as they move down the main straight. Jewel, Joss, back then to the 41 car in 5th place of Darren Forrest. Sando's made his way up into 6th place, but he's a fair way behind our race leader as they move down into the back straight once again. Roycroft leads them. So they come into the main straight. 4 laps to go here in the opening heat of round number 4, night number 2. Nelson in second place. Third place is Jewel. 4th place is 69er Paul Joss. Back in 5th place, the 41 of Darren Forrest. Sando back in 6th. Passing flag coming out on Moss Buchanan. Into the main drag. Roycroft leading them a merry dance. All of a sudden he's out by 1.5 seconds with 3 laps remaining. Out of Pitts Bend, second place is Matt Nelson. Third place, Jason Jewell, Joss, then back to Darren Forrest, Sando in 6th. A gap back then to an ailing Hayden Jolly, he's out of noise. And then Jaden Edwards, 2 laps remaining. Roycroft. We've got yellows on, we've got a tail shaft on the track. So tail shaft down in Pitts Bend is going to bring an end. We've got that up on the screen. It is high on the track, but so are the cars that have been racing. There you go.
There's the culprit, Jason, the 59 of Hayden Jolly.
Run out of noise pretty quickly. Corey Sando coming back in too, Druz. I'd suspect to get this panel pulled off the car as a result of an earlier incident. All about set for this restart. Can Roycroft win? A lot of people online after hearing that the wife's in labour are all on his side. Here we go. Let's see if we can get Shane Roycroft home. Into the main straight he comes. Nelson in second, Jewel and Joss. Back then to Forrest in 5th place and Sando in 6th. They head out at turn number 2. Roycroft seems to have their measure at the moment. Joss under pressure now from the 41 of Darren Forrest and Sando not far behind. 2 laps to go in heat 34 of the national title, and Roycroft starting to open up a bit of a lead. Nelson in second place, back then to Jason Jewell. Paul Joss in 4th, Forrest 5th and Sando in 6th place. No one seems to be closing in on Roycroft. The white flag to come out downstairs this time around. 1 lap of Timmis to go. Can we get Shane Roycroft home? Into the main straight he comes. Second place is Nelson, then Jewell. 4th place is Joss. Sando goes underneath of Darren Forrest. Every point is crucial. So come out of turn number 2, down the back straight the final time, and this is going to be a fairy tale. It's going to be Shane Roycroft first time. He's about to go to the hospital. So come out of turn 3 and 4. Put your hands together for him. Shane Roycroft first home. Second home will be Nelson, then Jewel, Joss, then Corey Sando. Back in 6 is Darren Forrest, then Jaden Edwards, Benny Barker and Moss Buchanan. No time for the race due to the stoppage. 0.724 the winning margin. The quick lap was by Jason Jewell in 19.475, but he finishes 3rd. Matt Nelson is 2nd, and your winner is about to be a dad, Shane Roycroft, in heat number 34.
There you go, mate. There's your little 3rd memento sticker for your heat win. We won't hold you up too long. We know you've got somewhere to be, mate. 3 heat wins, though, and you're about to be a new baby daddy.
Yeah, mate. Felicity, mate. There's the ones for you.
No worries. We won't hold you up any longer. We will let you get in there, mate, and good luck. We'll see you in the A-main later on tonight.
Cheers, guys.
How about you put your hands together, bang them together for Shane the Hog Roycroft.
Coming out of turn 4. 9 cars to go around out of the 11 scheduled. They're away and racing. And it's the 111 who leads them down into turn number 1 the first time. Reese Heinrich will lead them out of turn number 2. 8J Lawrence is there, and on the outside it's Brock Atkins in the 141. So move out at 3 and 4. They are 3 wide. Lawrence down low on the track. Brock Atkins has gone high, and Lawrence takes the lead. Back in second place is 111 of Reece Heinrich. Back in third is Ricky Throckmorton. Moving into fourth place is the 11 of Robbie Foe. So head down the back straight. Back in fifth place would be Nigel Reichstein, then Tim Humby. And then back to Brock Atkins, Wade Fell and Craig Claridge. But it's AJ Lawrence out in front in the 55. Back in second place it's 111. Reece Heinrich, then Throckmorton, Foe and Reichstein. Out of turn number 2 and down the back straight. And AJ Lawrence is moving right away from them. Momentarily didn't recognise the car because it's got panels on it tonight. It lost a few last night. So they're all back on tonight, as is everyone else's for that matter. Reichstein is back there in fifth place behind Foe and Throckmorton. Foe moves into third now as they move out of turn number 2 and down the back straight. Heinrich's got nothing for our leader at the moment as they come up out of turn number 3 and 4 to complete another lap. Our race leader, AJ Lawrence. Second place, Heinrich. Foe. Then back in fourth place, Reichstein, then Throckmorton, and back into Brock Atkins, Fell, Humby and Craig Claridge. Starting to spread themselves out like Brown's cows. It's Lawrence out in front. Heinrich in second place. Back in third place, Robbie Foe. So move down the back straight yet again. And our race leader is doing it beautifully. AJ Lawrence out in front in the 55. Second place, Heinrich under pressure now from the 2-time national champion Robbie Foe. Reichstein in fourth, Throckmorton in fifth place. Robbie Foe looking to come underneath of the 111 as they move down the back straight once again. Robbie Foe comes underneath of Heinrich into second place. Heinrich now dives to the inside as they move up the main straight with 5 to go. Robbie Foe driving the wheels off the 11 car. He's well down on points, but he's giving it everything in this one. Heinrich third. Back in fourth place is Reichstein. Throckmorton in fifth. But AJ Lawrence is driving right away from them. 4 to go. The margin's 2.964 seconds. Back in second place, it's Robbie Foe. Then we've got Reece Heinrich, Reichstein, Throckmorton. A gap back then to Brock Atkins. Out of turn 4, Lawrence driving brilliantly out in front. The margin is still the same, 2.973 that time around. Foe in second place, Heinrich third. Fourth place, Reichstein, then Throckmorton, who's dropped off the pace. Only a couple of laps left to go. And AJ Lawrence is out. He's out of noise, the leader. Oh my goodness gracious, Robbie Foe's in front. Back in second place now, it's Reece Heinrich and Reichstein. So the leader is brought on the yellows. AJ Lawrence has come to a stop here in the main straight, and he's gone from chocolates to boiled lollies, unfortunately, in the matter of metres. He's stranded here in the main straight, and we're going to have a ripper finish. So they'll form up for a restart with AJ Lawrence 2.973 seconds in front. In an unbeatable position, but the car has failed on him in the concluding stages. A win here would put him on to 53 points, which with all probability is not going to be enough. Here we go with the restart. Away. Can Robbie Foe win a heat race for the national title? Heinrich in second, Reichstein, Throckmorton, Brock Atkins, Wade Fell, Humby and Claridge. Down the back straight they go. There'll be 2 to go this time around. Out of turn 4 they come. Robbie Foe is your leader. Heinrich, Reichstein and Throckmorton. Reichstein having another look underneath of Heinrich. Robbie Foe continues to lead this one. The 11 car. He won his national titles at Mount Gambier in that thriller over Anthony Bear, and followed it up the year later down in Tassie. He's clear at the moment by 1.2 seconds. He moves out of turn number 2. Reichstein giving Reese Heinrich the hurry up. That's for second and third, but out comes the checkered flag. Come on, Mildura, put your hands together for Robbie Foe. First time in heat number 35 of the national title. Second place goes to Reese Heinrich. Third is Nigel Reichstein. Throckmorton fourth. 141 is fifth in Brock Atkins. Back then to Wadefeld, Timothy Humby and Craig Lawrence. No time for the Claridge, sorry, no time for the race due to the stoppage. 1.300 was the winning margin. The quick lap at 19.301 by Robbie Foe, who defeats Reese Heinrich and Nigel Reichstein.
Get loud and proud, Mildura, for your two-time Australian champion, Robbie Foe. There you go, Foe. You chucked that one in the trailer, mate. Unfortunately, it just hasn't been your weekend, but you come out with a win in the last heat tonight.
Yeah, first race yesterday we had spline tear out of steering, which sort of stuck me in the fence and it bent the car really bad, and we tried to soldier on last night, but yeah, just couldn't do it, and yeah, fixed it for today. Like, we could have loaded up, but just for the people that support me locally, there's a lot of guys on this car with Smithy and Ronnie and my AMS, and then there's, you know, Whoppy, is everyone who helps out. If we don't bring it out, then they don't get to see it, and we don't bring it out enough, so.
Well, that's it. Well, you're taking the heat win, mate. If a few cars drop out, you might tag on the back of the scene. We know anything can happen. You'll definitely drive the wheels off it.
Yeah, if we get in the back of the sea, there's probably be 19 blokes that'd be real nervous, because I won't be lifting once.
No worries, mate. Well, hopefully you can get there, and good luck if you do.
Cheers.
26, and we'll throw straight up to Jason Crowe up in the box to take us through for heat number 36.
Thank you very much, Dros. They're coming out thick and fast here. We've got 8 to go around. Make that 10 to go around. 2 out of this one as they're underway. Lee Harrison leads them down the main straight. And on his outside is Jaden Blomley in the 63 car. Daniel Jewett there in 26. Terry Hammond in 110. They are 4 wide out at turn number 2. And there's challengers coming here, there and everywhere. And Terry Hammond is coming up behind Jaden Blomley as they come out of 3 and 4. 3 wide out of Pitts Bend. And down on the very inside is Nathan Barbler from Queensland, who moves up to 3rd. Jewett back to 4th. Sam Brumfield from the back of the field has come up into 5th place already. Started out of position number 10. Back then to Lee Harrison in 6. Marty Kelly is there in 2. Then we've got the 3 at the back. Casey Staker is one of those 3 as they come out of 3 and 4. Kate Cox is another one, and Chris Watmore. Down the main straight they come once again. Our race leader is Jaden Blomley. 2nd place, 110 of Terry Hammond. 3rd place is Nathan Barber, a gap back then to Dan Druitt in 4th. And the 15 car of Sam Brumfield. They come out of Pitts Bend and into the main straight. Our race leader is Blomley. Then Hammond. 3rd place is Nathan Barbler. Then back to Druitt in 4th. They had a good night last night. He's got a bit of work to do in this one as they move into turn number 2. Druitt was in 6th place prior to tonight's point score. Back in 5th place behind Druitt is Sam Brumfield, who's coming on strong from the back. He's already passed half the field. 8 laps to go. The quick lap of the race is just being done by Jaden Blomley in 19.766. Back in 2nd place, it's Hammond. 3rd place, it's the 8 car of Nathan Barbler. 4th is car number 26. Chris Watmore has spun down there. He's trying to get the car mobile. You can see the black smoke coming out the back end. The yellow lights will have to come on. As Watmore was in that battle at the back with Casey Staker and Lee Harrison and Kate Cox. And we'll do it again with 8 laps to go. So Blomley's lead is gone. Hammond in 2nd. 3rd place is the 8 car of Nathan Barbler. And the top 4 at the moment has car number 26, Dan Druitt. Here we go with the restart. Jaden Blomley leads them into the main straight. They're back underway. Hammond in 2nd. Barbler 3rd. And Hammond dives immediately to the inside, and Barbler goes to the outside of Hammond. Oh, Marty Kelly putting in the big ones on the outside in car number 2. Down the back straight they go. This is anybody, so you throw a T-tail over the first 4 of them, maybe 5. Blomley back in 2nd place, the 8 car of Barbler. Here comes Dan Druitt.
He wasn't really in the race until the restart. Here comes Brumfield in the yellow 15. On the inside is Hammond. The outside is Dan Druitt. Blomley just in front. Barbara in second place. Druitt on the outside. Following him through is Sammy Brumfield. Here comes Marty Kelly and Terry Hammond. Down the back straight they go yet again. Hammond's given up the ghost and goes to the infield. Out in front it's Blomley. On the inside is Nathan Barbler. Druitt is in third place, and then Brumfield and Marty Kelly. His 20-wheel freight train for the race lead. Jaden Blomley out in front by a couple of car lengths with 4.5 to go. Up into Pitts Bend they go, back to Barbara in second place and Dan Druitt in third. Sam Brumfield in fourth. And back then to Kelly in fifth. Casey Staker the next one through. Still anybody's race. Blomley keeping them interested. Druitt looking to come to the inside as they move down the back straight. Laps ticking by. 3 to go this time around. Heat number 36 of the national title. Blomley just in front from Barbler, Druitt, Brumfield and Kelly. Past us once again. The laps ticking by. What can Druitt do in third place? He's a car length behind Nathan Barbler, who comes up behind Blomley yet again. 2 to go this time around. A big finish coming up. Out of turn 4 they come. Blomley just in front from Barbler, Druitt, Brumfield and Marty Kelly. Barbler from Queensland still right up behind Jaden Blomley. Blomley doing enough at this stage. The white flag to come out from downstairs. Here comes Barbler now on the inside. Barbler on the inside of Blomley. Blomley's got a race on his hands. They cross the line together and Barbler's hit the front. Barbler takes the lead. Blomley in second place and Dan Druitt's right there with them. Down the back straight the final time. And it's Nathan Barbler out in front. Second place is Blomley. Druitt in third place and Nathan Barbler from Queensland is going to take it out. Barbler first across the line. Blomley, Druitt, Marty Kelly and Ailing 15 of Sam Brumfield. Casey Staker is next. Chris Watmore, Cade Cox and the 32 of Lee Harrison was determined to finish regardless of how much smoke came out of that car. No time for the race due to the stoppage. 0.716 was the winning margin. It was 0.7 of a second back to third, so it was a very close finish. And Dan Druitt had the quick lap at 19.301, but it's Barbler, Blomley and Druitt after heat 36.
It's no worries.
Well, Queensland haven't had much to cheer about this weekend so far. There you go, mate. Chuck that in the trailer. Nathan Barbler, what a hell of a race. He only led one lap, but it was the one that mattered.
Yeah, I just want to thank Mum and Dad for making the big trip down here and everyone who's helped. Medolios, Trappy, Hutchie. Without them, I wouldn't be here. So I just want to thank them and thanks for holding the Aussie title.
And just quickly, mate, street stocks are pretty new to the sport up there in Queensland. What made you jump on board the class?
Just a bit cheaper. You don't have to pay for race rubber and yeah, you can jag a win in street stocks and modified you can't.
No worries, mate. Well, then you get back in the pits and good luck for the finals later on if you manage to get into one of those ones.
Yeah, cheers that. Thanks.
Number 37 of the national title. 11 cars to go around with the scratching of Jason Foe. Paul Hayes on the front row with Scott Seacombe, Jack Ameti on row 2 with Bunton. We have ourselves a green flag. We're away and racing down into turn number 1. And they're still in rows of 2 for the lead. Jack Ameti there in third place in the bright yellow car. Back in fourth place, Bunton, then Buchanan, then Donald Irving coming up into sixth place. The 45 car back out there after tipping over last night from Western Australia, Andrew Norton. It is a great old battle for the lead. Jack Ameti, a former Queensland champion, is going to try and split the two out in front, Seacombe and Hayes. He comes around the outside of Hayes. Hayes fights back down low on the track. He'll race all over it tonight. Oops. Seacombe gets sideways, gets knocked off the racetrack, and he's going to stop the car here in the main straight. I'd suspect the steward's going to be made to make a decision. To me, live, he went sideways and was tagged. We'll just see what happens on the replay.
That's what we call a professional restart, Jason. Just stop the car and then wait for the lights to come out and start it up again.
That's right.
It's amazing when those yellow lights come on how easily the car starts. Looks as though Paul Hayes has already been sent to the rear of the field. So the steward didn't even look at the replay. He was happy with what he saw. If you want to watch the replays or watch some of the coverage, Speedway Sedan's Facebook page has it on there. You can hook it up on your iPhone as they come into the main straight. We're back underway. Seacombe, Giacometti, Buchanan, Bunton is next. So down into turn number 1 and 2, back then to Irving in 5th place. Andrew Norton is next, and the 97, Craig Buchanan, has got himself in a bit of bother. Smoke coming out the back end. He's back there in 5th now. Seacombe, Giacometti, Bunton, Donald Irving diving to the inside. Back there to Buchanan, Norton, Tim Green, the 46 of Brendan Green is next. Then Andrew Burgoyne as the 97 spins himself out down there on the back straight. Going to get himself mobile. No one touched him. Seacombe leads Giacometti as they come into the main straight. Bunton, Irving, then back to Norton, Brendan Green. On the outside there is the 91 car of Evan Wakefield. Andrew Burgoyne's there as well. Then back to Hayes, Chris Hay, and the 97 of Craig Buchanan. We've got a ding-dong battle for the lead though. Seacombe and Giacometti. Irving has got clear now. Bunton, that's for 3rd and 4th. Out of turn 2 into the back straight. It's Seacombe out in front by a couple of car lengths on Giacometti. Irving in 3rd. 4th place is that of... we've got a car up in the fence here in the main straight. The yellows are back on. And that is...
65 of Paul
Hayes, yeah.
Front left hand has torn out of that thing. They're going to have to get that up on the hook. The tractor's straight over there nice and quickly. So that's good to see. Good crowd in, like we said, Jason. Packed down the main straight here. Also turn number 4 there, heading in the traditional direction, starting to really pack in as well. If you're interested in some official merchandise, just behind that, the main tower on the main straight, the Sports Print guys, Talf and the crew, they got your official merchandise. They've got it all down there. They've got stickers from $5. Stubby holders, they're rolling out at only $10. Bar mats and caps and hats are at 20. T-shirts 30. If you're interested in a polo, $50. A little bit cooler here tonight, Jason, so you might need to purchase yourself an official mental racewear Speedway Sedan's Australia National Street Stock hoodie for $60.
It's pretty warm up here. Nice conditions. Chris Hay has gone to the infield. He's right in front of you. Just
his one-way communicator's actually popped out, so one of the club officials just asking if he's all right to give it back to him to plug it back in, and he's been given the thumbs up. So that's what's happened with the Chris Hay car. He's got that all sorted out, and he'll take his place out on the racetrack.
If you are here for the first time, all the drivers do have a one-way communicator. The chief steward can talk to them. The drivers can't talk back, but the steward gives them instructions.
For obvious reasons, he probably doesn't want to hear what they have to say. They do have the right of reply after the meeting. They have to go through a driver's rep, which this weekend is he's been an ex-Australian champion. Todd Orton is the driver's rep here this weekend for the guys and girls.
Yeah, Todd Orton, a 3-time national champion. Here we go. About to get underway. 2-time national champion Neil Hoffman's also here tonight, watching proceedings as we get back underway. Out in front, Scott Seacombe leads them through. Giacometti in 2nd place. Into the main straight they come. Very close now. Giacometti coming up underneath of the 18 car as they move out of turn number 2 and down the back straight. But Seacombe's able to hold off the advances once again. So head down the back straight, the 2017 Queensland champion, Darren Giacometti in 2nd place. Donald Irving is in 3rd place as they move down the main straight. Irving started on the 2nd back row. Back then to Bunton in 4th, Norton 5th. Evan Wakefield is there with Brendan Green from Tasmania. Back then to Andrew Burgoyne. Laps ticking by, there'll be 5 to go this time around. Heat number 37 of the national title. Seacombe, Giacometti right on his back bumper. And Donald Irving is making a three-way go as they come out of Pitts Bend. Seacombe high on the track, Giacometti low. And right behind them is Irving, then Bunton. Norton is fifth, and then back in sixth place is Evan Wakefield. Giacometti dives underneath of Seacombe again as they come into the main straight, but Seacombe drives back around the outside. Back in fourth place is still that of Bunton. So go into Pitts Bend, back then to Norton. And this 21 car is next, the 91 car, sorry, of Evan Wakefield. Brendan Green is next. He looks as though he might have a flat tyre on the 146 and will have to retire. 3 to go. Seacombe just in front of Giacometti and Donald Irving. They're having a great old go here for the lead. Out of turn 2 they come. Giacometti really trying hard to stay here with Scotty Seacombe as they come out of turn number 4 once again. 3 across the track now. Irving trying to come underneath of Giacometti. 2 to go. Seacombe just in front. Irving just touched the back end of Giacometti the last time through turn 4 and lost a bit of ground. Giacometti is a couple of car lengths behind Seacombe, who's driving a really good race out in front. White flag is on display downstairs. 1 lap of Timmins to go in heat 37. Seacombe, Giacometti and Irving. Back then to Bunton in 4th. Evan Wakefield is next, then Andrew Norton. Back then to Burgoyne and Hay. Giacometti's not done with yet. Levels up with Seacombe. Big finish coming up. Giacometti's hit the front. Can Seacombe fight back? No, he can't, and Giacometti is going to win on the line. Seacombe second, back then to Irving in 3rd. Bunton and Wakefield back in 6th place. It's Andrew Norton, Andy Burgoyne, and the last car to finish is Chris Hay. No time to the race due to the stoppage. The winning margin 0.164 of a second. Not for the first time tonight. We've had a change of lead on the lucky last lap. The quick lap was by Scott Seacombe in 18.669, but it's Giacometti first, Seacombe second, and Donald Irving third.
Ex-Queensland champion Darren Giacometti, there you go, mate. Chuck that one in the trailer for winning the heat race here at the National Street Stock title. Only won that last corner, mate, but that's the one that matters.
Yeah, I made hard work of it. Took me the whole race to get past him, but as you say, the last lap counts.
And what's your take on the track from down here, mate? It looks like a whole different ballgame to last night.
Yeah, it's really good. It's going to be totally different to last night. Should be really close, a lot of passing. Yeah.
And just crew, mate, and sponsors you'd like to thank for jumping on board the number 12 for this campaign?
Well, Cruz, my partner Liz, and Bill, my son, they come everywhere with us, help work in the car. Sponsors, main sponsors, Scooter's Metal Fab in Ballarat. He builds the car, does all the repairs. And Jake Druitt from ESS built us some new shocks today, and I think it's all looking good.
No worries, mate. Congratulations on the heat win.
Thanks a lot.
Colin Loosenut Peden.
All about set to go. We're back underway. Jared Mabbott leads them down into turn number 1. Charge of the Light Brigade behind him, though. Got some of the heavy hitters there. The 121 of Mark Jennings, second on points at the moment. They move out to 3 and 4. Mabbott the leader, though. The 66 car running in second is Stewie Robinson. Jennings third. Thorne for fourth. Back then to Jack Barnwell, the West Australian champion, in 5th. Brad McClure is tucked away in 7th place. He needs a big result after a flat tyre last night. Robinson takes up the running as they come out of 4. Mabbott on the outside. Oh, this is going to be in tears. Mabbott nearly over the fence here. The yellow lights have come on. It's never a good thing when you're up here and you can see underneath the car. And we have ourselves a stoppage. So it will be an 11-lap restart by the looks of it at the moment. One car coming to the infield is Stewie Robinson. Jared Mabbott's already been there. Coming up, yellow lights are out. All about set to go. Away and racing with Mabbott in front of Jennings, Thorne And then the 93 car running in 4th place of Ben Whitehead. Jennings takes up the lead. Barnwell is coming on the outside of Whitehead, and following him through is Brad McClure. Into the main straight they come. Jack Barnwell in car number 16. And the 24 of Brad McClure go either side of Whitehead. That's for the minor placings. Whitehead gets sideways. McClure inconvenienced. He's going to go right back through the field is Brad McClure. He's going to really be struggling to qualify for the A main at this rate. We'll have to wait and see, but Mark Jennings out in front, the second highest qualifier going into night number 2. Mabbott in 2nd place, Thorne 3rd. Back in 4th place, the 16 car from Western Australia is Jack Barnwell. Behind him is the 84 car, which is going rather nicely, which is David Barry. David Barry was the 4th highest qualifier. He's back there in 5th. Heath Thorne now comes underneath of Jared Mabbott. Back there right with them is Jack Barnwell as they come out of Pitts Bend, and David Barry makes it a row of 4 into the main straight. It's Jennings out in front, he's comfortable. The rest of them aren't for 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. Stewie Robinson is next, and then Brad McClure. Down the back straight they run yet again. Our race leader is Mark Jennings. It's out by a couple of seconds. Then this battle for the minor placings. Barnwell's got Mabbott off the curb, moves into 3rd place. David Barry back there in 5th. Mabbott fights back on the inside of Barnwell. The green car on the inside is Mabbott, the outside is Barnwell. And the West Australian champion clearly now in 3rd, out after the youngster in Heath Thorne. Into the main straight they come, another lap put together, 5 to run. Mark Jennings, sporting a new Hawaiian shirt today for the occasion, is well clear. Thorne in 2nd place. Back in 3rd place, it's Barnwell. 4th is Mabbott. Then in 5th place, David Barry. Next one through is the 24 of Brad McClure. Stewie Robinson's car has almost given up the ghost over on the back straight. No change in the order that time around. They run out of turn number 2. The yellow lights have come on. And that must be for Stewie Robinson. And they'll form up for another restart. There'll be 4 to go.
How about the lap times here for this heat race? You've got 4 cars in the 18-second bracket, Jason.
Yep, 18.696 for Jennings, 18.994 for Thorne, 18.884 for Barnwell, and an 18.865 for David Barry. In fact, track super fast tonight. Here we go at the restart. 4 laps to go, and Jennings' big lead is all gone. Something that Brad McClure needed. He's back there in 6th place. He needs to pick off a couple of more to pick up some points. So back underway, Jack Barnwell's side of his car's about to fall apart. So move out of turn number 2, said that a few times last night. We had about 10 of them. The panels come off. David Barry drives around the outside of Jared Mabbott. That's for 4th and 5th place. Jennings out to the front from Thorne. Barnwell back in 4th place. It's the 84 car of David Barry. Brad McClure moves to 5th. Jared Mabbott back to 6th place. And there goes a pedal off a car, and it's not off of Jack Barnwell. It's off of Whitehead's car further back in the field as Thorne stays with Jennings. Barnwell in 3rd. The 84 car is next of David Barry. In fact, he drives underneath the Barnwell as they go over that side panel. And David Barry moves into 3rd place. Out of Pitts Bend they come. White flag on display. 1 lap to go, and Heath Thorne has not given up on taking this win from Mark Jennings. Barry in 3rd place. 4th place is Barnwell, the youngster against the veteran. And it is Mark Jennings who leads into Pitts Bend the final time. Heath Thorne dives to the inside, but he won't quite get there. Jennings, Thorne, Barry and Barnwell go across the line together literally. Back then to Brad McClure, Jared Mabbott. Then further back in the field after that is Ben Whitehead and Colin Peden. No time for the race due to the stoppage. 0.4 was the winning margin. 0.7 back to 3rd, and only a second covered the first 4. 18.592 was the quick lap by David Barry. He finished 3rd though. Heath Thorne was 2nd, and Mark Jennings was your winner.
How about you make some noise for your 1995 winner, Mark Jennings? There you go, Jeno. There's your 3rd one for the weekend, mate. How about that track, eh? That was pretty cool.
Yeah, no, that one's more to my liking. Don't mind getting up in the top when it's not too ruddy and just send it a little bit. It's pretty cool.
Second on points heading in tonight, mate. You've done yourself plenty of favours there for a front row start, and people you like to thank.
Oh, yeah, well, there's that many. We've got Adam Holt Industries, ESS Shocks, Merritt Logging, Carrie Jennings Auto Electrical, Shane Wilson Competition Race Engines for an awesome engine. Like, it's just unreal. All the people that helped me out, the Millicent Tyre Centre, Mum, Dad, Demi, my little daughter, my wife, all the boys in the pits. It's just awesome.
No worries, mate. Well, then you get back. You can sit back, relax for a little bit, and good luck for that feature event later on.
Yeah, cheers, Droz.
There you go. How about you get mental Mildura for Mark Jennings? Race gear. I know a few of the drivers last night needed these guys. You get on Facebook, like Mental Racewear, give them a shout out for all your racewear needs.
Here we go. Just the 7 of them to go around. This one is totally depleted, heat number 39. We're missing 5 drivers. They're away. Big points on offer. Jason DeGoldie leads them into turn number 1. Jason Oldfield is down low on the track. But it's DeGoldie in front. On the outside is Michael Clark. So move out of turn number 3. Clark on the outside to Goldie, then back to Bailey Heinrich, who's now starting to get a little bit busy as they move out of turn number 2. Jason Oldfield there in 4th. So move down the back straight. Michael Clark is still hounding the back end of our race leader as they come into the main straight. Michael Clark finished 2nd here in this event in 2011 and also in 2014 at Carrick. So he's been very close on a couple of occasions. Out of turn number 2 and down the back straight, Jason DeGoldie. Here's your race leader. He's run very wide. He's almost in the club rooms at the moment. His lead is just a car length over Clark. Back to Jason Oldfield in 3rd place. The 83 car is next of Scott Mason, and there's trouble for Bailey Heinrich. This is the big story. Bailey Heinrich was in 11th place going into this race. The yellow lights have come on because Bailey Heinrich has come to a stop down in turn number 1, going clockwise. Bailey Heinrich was equal with Stewie Robinson on 79 points going into night number 2. Nine laps to go. To Goldie, Clark, Jason Oldfield. So get back underway. Back in 4th place is Mason in the 83. Back then to 164, Dylan Wilkinson. And Kayla Knox. They've got the numbers in the hundreds down pat now. So move down into turn number 3 and 4. To Goldie out in front. Clark in 2nd, Jason Oldfield in 3rd place. Jason did say to us prior to the race, he was looking for a big finish to a disastrous weekend as they move out of turn number 2 and down the back section. DeGoldie out in front from Clark, then Oldfield, Mason. Oops, well, where's this car going? Dylan Wilkinson has done a 360 on the back straight with a pike. And then at 180, finds himself on the grass and nearly in the pace car, and he's pulled it up. DeGoldie out in front, 5 cars left. DeGoldie from Clark, Mason and Oldfield, and back then to Kayla Knox. So just 5 cars remain in this heat race of the national title. This is heat number 39, a very depleted field. But DeGoldie is looking for the big points. Jason DeGoldie leads into the main straight. Another lap put together. 5 to go. Clark in 2nd, Oldfield in 3rd, Mason in 4th, and at the back is the 68 car of Knox as they move into the back straight. Our leader comes into the main straight. DeGoldie by a couple of car lengths over Clark. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Back in 3rd place, Jason Oldfield being hounded by Mason. Scott Mason in 4th place. And here is the 68 at the tail, which is Kayla Knox. Our leader comes back with us, 3 to go. Clark keeping DeGoldie honest. And as Mason is also keeping Jason Oldfield honest, but they're about 60 or 70 metres behind our leaders. So move out of turn number 2 and back down the back straight. And Kayla Knox rounds out the 5 that are still out there in this depleted heat race. But big points are on offer for those still out there. Jason DeGoldie comes past. 2 laps to go. Second place is Clark. Third place is Jason Oldfield. He's under enormous pressure now as Mason dives to the infield, to the inside. But Oldfield holds him off for the moment. White flag on display, 1 lap to go. Second place is the 48 of Mick Clark. Mason has got past Oldfield and has gone into third. And rounding out the 5 is Kayla Knox. That should be the way they finish. Out of turn number 4, put your hands together for him. He has led all the way. Jason DeGoldie will be first home. Back in second place will be Mick Clark. Third across the line will be Scott Mason, Jason Oldfield, and Kayla Knox will round them out. No time for the race due to the stoppage. 0.971 the winning margin. 18.850 by Mick Clark was the quick lap. But it's Jason DeGoldie first, Mick Clark second, and Scott Mason third.
Yeah, put your hands in the air, mate. Plenty of noise for Jason the Rockstar DeGoldie. There you go, mate. You've been itching to get one of those. That track looked like it suited you a lot better than last night.
Oh yeah, that was heaps better for me today. Oh, I'm just wrapped to get a heat win. I actually finished without breaking anything.
How's the car all handling, mate? Like you said, it seems to get around pretty good that time around. No drama.
Yeah, it felt pretty good. There's a bit of cooling on the floor here, so I might have to have a look at some stuff. But yeah, we'll see how we go.
And just quickly, mate, your sponsors and crew. I know you got a lot of them to get behind you.
Yeah, big thanks to Jake at ESS and the boys there for all the shocks, Ronnie Dino, Mental Racewear for all the new gear, Highline for all the stuff you've been doing for me, IPTA Fiberglass, Print My Sign, SD Canvas, and all the guys up on the hill that have come to support me. Thanks heaps.
No worries. We'll let you get back in there and enjoy there. Catch you later, Rockstar.
Thanks, mate.
Firing up now. Getting ready for a start. We're into the 40s, heat number 40. All about set to go. 6 rows of 2. Racing with Matt Glab and Mick Dan on the front row. And we've got trouble right here at the start. It's rather untidy further back. We'll wait and see if that continues. The green lights have remained on, so they head down the back straight. 129 of Mick Dan leads them down the back straight. Brad Thompson coming through as they come out at turn number 4. Thompson into second, they're 4 wide. Oh, look at that. 4 wide behind Thompson. Which way are they all going to go? Morris Ahern's in there. Robert Trapp's in there. Blomley on the outside. Trouble. Around goes the 123 of Nathan Russell. That was a pinball all over the joint on the back straight. And in the end, it was Nathan Russell who got spat out. But there was 1, 2, 3. This is heat number 40 of 44 qualifying heats. We'll break it up after heat number 44. The junior sedans will be out for their heat races. All about set to go. Away and racing once again. Heat 40, Mick Dan out in front. Won a heat race last night, looking to win another. Glab in, second place is the 56 of Brad Thompson, then Blomley. Glab is under pressure from Robert Trapp on the inside, Nathan Russell the outside, and also now on the inside Dylan Campton. As they come out of 3 and 4 into the main straight. 129. Mick Dan is your race leader. Back in second place, it's Blomley. Then in third place, it's Brad Thompson from Tasmania. Then the Queensland champion, Robert Trapp, in 4th. Another Tasmanian champion runs 5th. As Robert Trapp comes underneath of Brad Thompson and Tassie. Dylan Campton up there with Russell. They're 4 wide at the back of the field with Glab, Harvey, Eugene Bennett and Lee Gooding. Out of turn 2 and down the back straight they go once again. Our race leader is car number 129, Mick Dan, out in front. So Mick Dan leads them into the main straight. Another lap put together. Mick Dan finished in 3rd place in 2015 in Kalgoorlie in the national title. He's also in 2012 in Darwin, he was the runner-up. And in 2009 he was the runner-up at Carrick. Can he go one better tonight?
Dan leads into the main straight. Blomley, Trapp, Thompson. Back in 5th place, it's Nathan Russell, then Dylan Campton. Behind them is Stephen Harvey in the 9 car. They're 3 wide for 4th place. Thompson the outside. In the middle is Nathan Russell and Dylan Campton down low. Campton moves to 4th, then goes out wide, and Nathan Russell comes underneath of Campton in the main drag. 6 down and 6 to go. Rather entertaining race for the minor placings. But Mick Dan is driving right away with this one. The 129 car is in a league of its own at this stage. He was out by 2 seconds the last lap around. Blomley giving chase along with Trapp. Back in 4th place, it's Campton, then Russell and Thompson. The margin is extended to 2.6 seconds now. Mick Dan is just driving right away from the field. Robert Trapp dives underneath of Dale Blomley. Blomley and Trapp. Trapp goes into 2nd now. Back in 4th place is Campton. Nathan Russell 5th. Stephen Harvey and Brad Thompson, the 2 Tasmanians, and the next 2 through. Then Eugene Bennett. But the further this goes, the further Mick Dan extends the lead. It's out to 2.8 seconds. Robert Trapp driving the wheels off the 73 car. He's narrowed it back to 2.6. Back in 3rd is Dale Blomley. Dylan Campton is next, then back to Nathan Russell and Stephen Harvey. Laps ticking by. 2 laps to go in heat number 40 of the national title. Mick Dan is your race leader. Back in 2nd place, it's Robert Trapp. Trapp takes another 0.1 of a second outside the lead. Back in 3rd is Blomley. 4th place is Dylan Campton, and in 5th place is still that of 123 Nathan Russell. Broncos for the white flag downstairs. We're homeward bound in heat 40. White flag on display. 2nd place is Robert Trapp, back then to Blomley. Campton is next, and then back to Russell in 5th place. So move down the main strip, the back straight for the final time. Out of turn number 2. And it's Mick Dan, your race leader. Comes out of 3 and 4. Put your hands together for him. Mick Dan first across the line in car 129. 2nd goes to Robert Trapp from Queensland. Dylan Campton 3rd. Then back to Blomley in 4th. Nathan Russell in 5th. 6th place is Stephen Harvey, then Eugene Bennett. Back then to Brad Thompson and 101 Lee Gooding with Matt Clabb at the tail. No time for the race, dare I say it, due to the stoppage. 2.235 the winning margin, and the quick lap was an 18.785 by Robert Trapp. But it was Mick Dan first, Robert Trapp 2nd, and Dylan Campton 3rd in heat number 40.
As he takes the helmet off, how about you make some noise for him, Mildura? Mick Dan! Mickey, mate, there you go. There's a 3rd sticker. Only got to have 2 chats to you, though. You've got a media ban on Jason Crow, but you'll have a chat to me, no doubt.
Yeah, no, I've lifted that media ban. I spoke to my people and he spoke to his people, and we've come to a contractual agreement, so he's just got to protect my brand. That's all he's got to do.
And you had a chat to Highside Promotion at the start of the weekend, mate. You said you don't take these things too serious. You finished 2nd twice, 3rd twice. Surely this is going to be the year you're going to have a big crack and try to get that number 1 on the door panel of the O-Show.
Listen, I'm wrapped to make the final, 134 cars. You know, I'm just happy to make the final. I'm happy as I sit right now. I'm really happy, and whatever happens for the rest of the night, you know, that's fate or luck or whatever it is. But well, no matter if we win, crash, lose, draw, roll, whatever it is, we'll have some beers at the end of the day, and we'll enjoy the spectacle of street stocks at Mildura.
No worries. Well, you can go back, have a bit of a breather, mate. I know you and Steve will have a bit of a chat, and good luck for that A-main event.
Thanks very much. Thanks everyone for coming out.
At position 7, the 155 of Matthew Maynard. Then we go to the V14 of Jared Wilkinson. Round out your field, the T119 of Matt Crawford.
Thanks, Russ. We're underway with heat number 41, and Lenny Bates leads them down into turn number 1. Sean Henry is there as they move out of turn number 2 and down the back straight the first time. There's a couple of cars coughing and spluttering. One is Corey Jensen in the 137. Another car has come to grief on the back straight. We're not going to go very far. That's Sean Jenkins on the back straight. So Jenkins is sitting across the racetrack, and Corey Jensen's car didn't sound all that flash, it has to be said. And we'll do it all over again. So this is heat number 41 of 44. We can see the finish line. I said last night, it's not because I'm sitting behind it. All right, here we go. Sean Henry will lead them away with Lenny Bates. Now, Lenny Bates needs some big points He hasn't got very many after a disastrous night last night. Out of turn 4, green lights come on, they're away and racing. And it's Sean Henry who leads Bates. Back then to Riley in 3rd place and back in 4th place. Well, there's cars going everywhere. We'll worry about 4th in a moment because Lenny Bates is going to take the lead away from Sean Henry. So move out of turn number 2 and down the back straight. Out of 3 and 4 they come now. And moving into 2nd place and going nicely is Brian Brown. Ben Riley coming up on the outside of Sean Henry. And Jetson's passed a car because Jared Wilkinson spun himself out. 49er Sean Jenkins has spun out over on the back straight, so Jetson might pick up another spot. He does. So he's picked up a couple for the moment. And Jetson's fighting, Jenkins is fighting back. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Riley's gone into 2nd, Brown back to 3rd. Henry is in 4th place. The 119 spins himself out over on the back straight now as well. The 119 of Matt Crawford. Into the main straight. Lenny Bates, Ben Riley, Brian Brown and Sean Henry are the first 4. Back then to 155 Matt Maynard. They're 3 across the track for the minor placings. Henry comes up underneath of Brian Brown. Ben Riley back there in 4th place. Brian Brown back to 2nd. Henry back to 3rd. And Ben Riley, I think, is almost out of noise in the 54 car. I suggest he might have a flat tyre. Maynard will go to 4th. Sean Henry goes back to 2nd. Hope you're keeping up at home. Brian Brown back around the outside. He goes back to 2nd. Henry back to 3rd. And Lenny Bates still leads. Back to Matt Maynard in 4th. Ben Riley retires with a flat tyre. After that, we've got Jenkins. Further back to Wilkinson. Sean Jenkins here in the main straight has spun the car. The yellows have had to come on. And we've got ourselves a stoppage. So we've got 7 to go in heat number 41. Sean Jenkins was not able to get the car off the track in time as the leaders came around. And out comes the cone. So 8 cars left out on track. This is heat number 41 of 44. Into the straight past this really good crowd here at Timmis. We're underway again. Lenny Bates leads them through. Sean Henry and Brian Brown resume the battle for 2nd place, though Sean Henry has burnt off the challenge for the moment from Brian Brown, and Sean Henry's like a man possessed all of a sudden. He's flying right round the outside of Lenny Bates. Then the fence came up on him and he lost a bit of ground. So moved down the main straight. Sean Henry up behind the 74 of Lenny Bates. Brian Brown in 3rd place. And Brian Brown showed the underside of the car to the fans over there on turn number 2, but he's A-OK. Sean Henry, since this restart's like a man possessed. In the lighter colour green is taking on the darker colour green of Lenny Bates. Lenny Bates is able to hold him off. Henry in 2nd place. Back then to Brown, Maynard, and Corey Jensen's up there in 5th place with that ailing car. Might find himself in 4th in a minute. They've got a ding-dong battle for the lead out in front though. Bates and Sean Henry. Sean Henry looking to come underneath of Lenny Bates. Back then to Brian Brown, Maynard and Corey Jensen. Back then to Matt Crawford and Jared Wilkinson. They're spread out like Brown's cows apart from our leaders. Into the main straight with 3 to go. Sean Henry all over the back end of Lenny Bates. Back in 3rd place is Brian Brown. Sean Henry comes underneath of Lenny Bates again. Bates is able to sweep around the outside and hold the lead. Back to Brown in 3rd, Matt Maynard 4th. Brown has gone sideways, Maynard goes to 3rd. 2 laps to go this time around. Bates out in front, Henry in 2nd place. Brown's back in 3rd as Maynard went up to the fence and hasn't got off of it yet. Jensen in 5th place. Back into Matt Crawford and the 14er Jared Wilkinson. Up into the top turn out of pits bend. Matt Maynard's car's going to stop. Matt Maynard's car has stopped and the yellow lights have come on. And we'll have a 2-lap restart. Matt Maynard was up against the fence for 3/4 of a lap.
How about Corey Jetson, Jason? He just keeps circulating that car. It really started to come on. It looks like the problem was fixed. He was nearly up in the third position, and then it come back again, and he started dropping off the pace. But the guy, one of the guys that was in front of him was that car of Matthew Maynard, just trying to do the track cruise job here and clean the wall on turn 3 and 4.
Yeah, well, he's going to go from getting possibly, what would he have got? If he'd pulled off at the start, he would have got himself about 4 or 5 points. He's now in 4th and will get 17 points if he stays there.
And they've just retrieved an exhaust from the track in turn number 4 there as well.
Two laps to go for Lenny Bates and Sean Henry. Sean Henry right up behind Lenny Bates into turn number 1. He dives to the inside to Sean Henry. So move out of turn number 2. Back then to Brian Brown and Corey Jensen. White flag to come out from downstairs this lap round. Here it comes, and Sean Henry right up behind the 74 of Lenny Bates. Back in third is Brian Brown, Jensen. Matt Crawford goes underneath of Jensen. Back then to Jared Wilkinson. But Lenny Bates appears to have resisted the challenge from Sean Henry. And Lenny Bates, really bad luck this weekend. Well, for the moment, has been resolved. He'll be first home. Put your hands together for him. Lenny Bates first. Second will go the way of Sean Henry. Third will be 116 of Brian Brown. Matt Crawford fourth. Back then to Corey Jetson, and the only other car to finish will be Jared Wilkinson. The time for the race, there isn't one. 0.725 is the winning margin. Quick lap at 8.885 by Lenny Bates, who defeats Sean Henry and Brian Brown.
How about we hear it for Lenny Bates? Lenny, mate, you either win it or you literally bin it. You either win or chuck it on the infield and unfortunately DNF.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Hey, a bit of luck. We had some air in our tyres tonight. So, yeah, I'd like to thank Corey Sandow and Jake Druitt. They got hold of a tyre centre in town. They opened up for me to get a couple of tyres today. Barry for helping me fit them, and Alan, all the work that he's done on the car. And Geordie, he's just going past there for towing my car and my family.
No worries, mate. We'll let you get back in the pits. Hopefully 2 wins is enough to see you somewhere in there, and anything can happen if you can make there.
Yeah, I reckon I might be in the B, I reckon, maybe, hopefully. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
No worries, mate. Good luck.
Thank you.
That doesn't make any sense, the way they are. But they're going to go green. Hayden Norman on pole with Andrew Jordan. All about set to go. Only the 7 cars. Jordan on the outside of Hayden Norman. Also there is John Riley, and Jamie Oldfield is in that group of cars. So head out of turn number 2 and down the back straight. So you have Hayden Norman, the race leader at the moment. Back in second place, Jamie Locke. Third place is Andrew Jordan. Then we've got Riley, then Jamie Oldfield, then Andy Maxwell Jr. And at the tail is Peter Bryant. Down the back straight, Jamie Locke takes on the 76 of Hayden Norman, the West Australian. They move out of turn number 2 and down the back straight. Now into the main straight comes the 43 of Jamie Locke with the 76 on his outside, Hayden Norman. Norman now goes underneath of Jamie Locke. Jamie Oldfield looking to come underneath of Riley, as Andrew Jordan is underneath of Riley now, who's on the outside. Back then to Andy Maxwell Jr. 9 to go. John Riley makes a bit of a mistake, goes up into the fence. Jamie Oldfield comes up on the outside of the 89 of Andrew Jordan. Now trying the inside run. Jordan holds off Oldfield, then back to Andy Maxwell Jr. Then back to Riley. Our race leader though is Locke. Yellow lights are on. We've got, whose car we got missing this time? Who's missing the whole side of their car? Oh, here we go, Peter Bryant. There's the driver. All the racetrack they could have used, and John Riley decides to drive over it. All about set for the restart, back underway. Locke, Norman, Jordan, then Oldfield. Jamie Oldfield up there in 4th. Andy Maxwell Jr. 5th. And back in 6th place is Riley.
So head up into Pitts Bend. Jamie Oldfield comes up underneath of Andrew Jordan and into third place. Jamie Oldfield needs to win this race to have any chance at all of making any impression on the finals. It'd be in the C main at the moment. So move down the back straight. Jamie Locke is your race leader. So Locke leads the 2017 WA champion Hayden Norman. And the 2 times national and 2 times WA champion Jamie Oldfield is third. Not making any impression on Jamie Locke though. Back then to Jordan, then back to Andy Maxwell Jr. And then further back in the field, we've got Riley and Bryant. Now, Hayden Norman is starting to close the gap. Closes now up behind Jamie Locke. 0.385 is the lead margin. 18.714 by Hayden Norman, the new quick lap of the race. So move out of Pitts Bend once again. Laps ticking by. Jamie Locke right out near the concrete wall with Hayden Norman as they move down the main straight. Jamie Oldfield there in third place. It's just a 19-second lap. He's closed at 1.3 seconds now. Smoke starting to come out the back of the 51 car though. It's Locke, Norman, and then Oldfield, then Jordan. So move out of turn 4 and into the main straight. Jamie Oldfield wringing the neck out of the 51 car, trying to mow down on leaders, and he is closing the gap. It's down to 0.9 of a second now. Hayden Norman runs wide. Jamie Locke is the leader. Back in second place, Hayden Norman, then the 51er, Jamie Oldfield, as they come out of turn number 4 with 3 laps to go. It was 0.9 of a second separating them the last time around. There's 1.3 seconds now. Jamie Locke from Norman and Oldfield. A long gap back to Andrew Jordan. Then back to Andy Maxwell Jr. On the outside of him is John Riley and Peter Bryant. They come out of Pitts Bend. Oldfield tags now onto the back end of Hayden Norman. They cross the line with 2 to go, and there's 1.1 seconds separating the 3. Hayden Norman closes again on the 43 of Jamie Locke, and Jamie Oldfield's got a flat tyre in the 51. He's going to have to try and limp it home. 1 lap to go. So the 51 car is going to have to limp through this last lap. He's all over the place. Andrew Jordan's going to pick him up. White flag on display. Hayden Norman, the race is up behind Jamie Locke. Jamie Locke, Hayden Norman. So head down into 3 and 4 the final time. Hayden Norman and Jamie Locke. Jamie Locke is going to prevail. Put your hands together for him. Jamie Locke by a car length over Hayden Norman. Andrew Jordan will be third. Jamie Oldfield's going to limp to the line. 3rd race in a row, can you believe it, with a flat tyre. 5th place will go to 132, Andy Maxwell Jr. Back in 6th place, John Riley. And then the aerodynamically challenged car number 6 of Peter Bryant is last to complete the distance. No time for the race due to the stoppage. 0.392 the winning margin, and 18.714 was the quick lap by Hayden Norman. But it's Jamie Locke first, Hayden Norman second, and Andrew Jordan third in heat number 42.
Yeah, we're down here with Jamie Locke. Lockie, mate, there's your 3rd one for the weekend, mate. 3 heat wins. You got to be ecstatic with that.
Yeah, we got a bit unlucky there in the 2nd heat last night, so we sort of needed to get as many points as we could. This heat we didn't think was going to be easy with Norman and Oldfield, but we just made the best of a bad situation, and here we are.
And just quickly, mate, a couple of years ago up there in Queensland, you literally drove the thing till she boiled over.
Yeah, I think it might be the same this weekend, but no, it is what it is.
No worries. Well, hopefully you get it sorted out, mate. Good luck for that, mate. You're a sure starter, and I know you'll drive the wheels off it and won't be dying wondering.
Yeah, either way, it's going to be spectacular.
No worries, mate. There you have it, your heat race winner, Jamie Locke. Of Ethan Genev. And rounding out your field, the Q78 of Travis Hutchinson.
Thanks, Draz. The penultimate heat of the national title. Heat 43 of 44. 1 to go after this. Green lights are on, we're away. And Thompson, the former New South Wales champion, is there. Matt Hammond comes up on the outside. So star-studded lineup. We've also got Justin Brumfield in there as well. Right round the outside is coming Ethan Genev as he heads down towards where he tipped over last night, going the other way. Daryl Atkinson's in there, the 5-time Tasmania champion's also in that group. And we've got 2 cars on the infield, Travis Hutchison and 117 of Kerry Weston. The yellow lights have come on, and we'll do it again. Kerry Weston finished 3rd in this event last year. There was only 3 that finished in that sensational race Yellow. We're going green. The second last heat of the national title. Heat 43 of 44. Into the main straight they come with Corey Knox and Peter Thompson. The green lights are activated and they're already 3 wide. The charge of the Light Brigade down into turn number 1, which is Pitts Bend. Matt Hammond, the widest of all in car number 10. Following him through is Ethan Genev. Peter Thompson's there along with Kerry Weston, the veteran driver from South Australia. Also in the lead group in the blue 151 is Russell. They're 4 wide momentarily here in the main straight. Ethan Genev persisting right up against the wall. Ran out of racing room. In there also is Justin Brumfield in the 5 car. It's a traffic jam. You wouldn't find it like that in a Coles car park on a Saturday morning as they come out at turn 3 and 4. Your race leader is Knox. You don't know where to look. They're possibly 5 wide coming out of turn number 4. Ethan Genev still on the extreme outside. Is picking them off one by one. Comes up against Kerry Weston now. Spinning through the middle as Darryl Atkinson goes up to the fence. And Justin Brumfield's horror run continues. He's back in second last place. There's some sort of semblance of normality in the race all of a sudden. Knocks out in front from Hammond. Third place is Greg Parks. Fourth place is Ethan Genev. Back then to Kerry Weston. The next car through is 151 Troy Russell. Then we've got Darryl Atkinson next as they head down the back straight with Travis Hutchison. Then the 99er Peter Thompson. They're 3 wide again with Russell, Kerry Weston and Darryl Atkinson. Back to the leaders though. It's Knox out in front by a car length over car number 10, Matt Hammond from Tasmania. Greg Parks in third place. Then from Western Australia it is Ethan Genev. He comes up on the back end of Parks now. Back then to Darryl Atkinson, who's driven around the outside of 117 at Kerry Weston. Into the main straight with 7 laps to go. It's Corey Knox out in front. Second place is that of car number 10 on Matt Hammond. Back in third place is Greg Parks in car number 36, just ahead of Ethan Genev, who dives to the inside now down the back straight. Back then to Darryl Atkinson in 5th place. Travis Hutchison 6th from Queensland. Back then to the Tasmanian 151 of Troy Russell, and underneath of him comes Kerry Weston. And back then to the 99 of Peter Thompson. And the last car running is Jamie Collins. Out of turn number 2 and down the back straight, Corey Knox has the measure of car number 10 of Matt Hammond. Back in third place is Ethan Genev, then Greg Parks in 4th. 5th place is Darryl Atkinson, and underneath of him comes Travis Hutchison. Back to 151 next, which is Troy Russell, and the last car in the lead group is 117 of Kerry Weston. Out of turn 2 they go once again. There's equal margins, first to second, second to third, and third to fourth. They're about to come up on the Nissan Skyline of Jamie Collins, who gets the passing flag. Corey Knox out in front with 4 to go. Second place, Matt Hammond. Third place is 124 of Ethan Genev. Back in fourth place is Greg Parks, then Darryl Atkinson. Ethan Genev bounces off the fence once, twice, 3 times. So come out of turn number 4, Parks in 4th place. On the outside is Atkinson. Back in 6th place then is Troy Russell. He comes up now, does Ethan Genev on the back end of the 10. Oh, here's the trouble on the back with the back marker. Greg Parks got hooked up with Atkinson as they tried to get underneath of Collins. The lap sticking by, 2 to go. Our race leader is Corey Knox. Ethan Genev hits the fence again, not once, not twice, 3 times. That might be enough to knock him out. Atkinson goes to third. He has a flat tyre as Ethan Genev. Went wide one too many times, trying to pass Matt Hammond, and he'll go right back through the field, and it will end up being the last car running as the white flag is on display. They're homeward bound, and out in front it is car number 67, Corey Knox. Matt Hammond in second place, back to Darryl Atkinson. And 4th place is Troy Russell, but bring him home. First across the line in heat number 43 is Corey Knox. Second will go to Matt Hammond. Atkinson third, Troy Russell 4th. 5th will be the 78 of Hutchison. Parks, then 117 is next. Kerry Weston, Peter Thompson. And then at the tail of the field, Ethan Genev and Jamie Collins. 19.020, the quick lap by Matt Hammond. He finishes second to Corey Knox. So Darryl Atkinson in third.
Down here with a 67 of Corey Knox. He can't operate a camera phone, mate, but he can take a heat race win. Congratulations on that one.
Thanks, bud. Just like to say thanks to all the pit crew. I know you've worked hard this week. I'd like to say thanks to Sarah for the awesome looking race car. All the sponsors, Mentor Racewear, Bulleen Towing. Duels, ESS. Oh, there's got to be someone else.
You look buggered, mate. Let you get back in the pits, grab some rehydration fluid, and good luck for the final events later on.
Cheers, mate.
Of Dean Jenkins on his immediate outside. Up to you, Crow, to take us through the final heat, heat number 44.
Can you believe it? We've finally got there. Here's the lucky last. Out of turn number 4 they come. Anthony Bear has to finish second or better to start on pole. They're away and racing in the lucky last. Down the main straight they come the first time. Jaden Dredge on the outside is your race leader as they move out of turn number 2. Into the back straight, the 77 car is there as well. That's Corey Bald. And on the inside of him, we've got plenty of other cars. Paul Briggs is starting to make his presence felt. Back then to Anthony Bear, who's in 6th place at the moment. He's gone back a spot. The 4 car is there as well, which is Dean Jenkins. As they come out of turn number 2, Jaden Dredge has a handy lead. Corey Bald is in 2nd place. Oh, Paul Briggs is in the fence, and Anthony Bear was involved there. It's a little bit helter-skelter further back as they come out of 3 and 4. Dredge in front. Then back to Bald. Kempton in 3rd. The 4 car comes up to 4th with Jenkins. Anthony Bear now in 5th place. Back in 6th place at this stage is that of Colin Forbes. Alan Spencer's up there as well. Paul Briggs well back with Darren Flatman, and the 147 has retired in Robert Locke. But our race leader has a handy lead, Jaden Dredge, with 9 to go. So head out of turn number 2. Anthony Bear's got a lot of work to do at this early stage. Jace Kempton's in 2nd place. Back in 3rd place, it's Corey Bald. Oh, and Anthony Bear's up in the fence there. Jenkins is there, and Bear went to the outside. So come into the main straight, so it's not a short thing at this point. Now it gets squashed between Bald and Jenkins. So he's maybe getting a little bit desperate, I'm not sure. He has another look, now stops and props, and our race leader has got right away. So Jaden Dredge is your race leader from Jace Kempton. Anthony Bear now has a look between the 77 and Corey Bald and Dean Jenkins. Jenkins 3rd, back to Bear in 4th place. Then in 5th place is Corey Bald. 6th place is that of Colin Forbes, Darren Flatman and Paul Briggs. And Jace Kempton is starting to smoke, so it's all of a sudden becoming all so much easier for Anthony Bear. He might not catch Jaden Dredge, but I think he'll catch Jace Kempton, who has got 5 laps or 6 laps to go, but he's got an ailing car as they move out of turn number 2. The race leader is Jaden Dredge. Back in 2nd place, it is still 105 of Jace Kempton. Anthony Bear in 3rd place. Back to Dean Jenkins and Corey Bald. The next car through would be that of Colin Forbes, Darren Flatman and Paul Briggs. 5 to go. Dredge has a handy lead. It's 2.5 seconds. Anthony Bear dives to the inside of the 105 of Jace Kempton. Kempton fights back on the outside and keeps 2nd place. Bear dives to the inside again. He's down low on the track. Will Jace Kempton sweep back around the outside? Yes, he does. So Kempton's still in 2nd place with 4 to go. Back in 4th place is Dean Jenkins. 5th place is the 77 car of Corey Bald. Back then after that we've got Forbes, Flatman and Paul Briggs. Down into turn 3, Jaden Dredge still in front. They come out of turn number 4 once again. On the outside, Jace Kempton from Western Australia. On the inside, it's Anthony Bear. They go down into pits bend. Bear dives under Kempton again. Can Kempton fight back this time? No, he can't. And Anthony Bear has gone into 2nd place. That's enough to have him on pole in the national final with a quicker lap time. So come out of turn number 4. Jaden Dredge has got 2 laps to go. Back to Bear in 2nd place. Kempton 3rd. And back then to Dean Jenkins in 4th. They head up into pits bend once again. It's Jaden Dredge in front, and dare I say it, Anthony Bear all of a sudden is really closing the gap on Jaden Dredge. They come out of turn 4. There's a lap to go. He's out by about 10 car lengths. Jaden Dredge the leader. Will this be the first time in about 5 seasons we haven't had someone go through undefeated? Jaden Dredge is still in front. Anthony Bear is close to 6 or 7 car lengths, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think, as Jaden Dredge comes out of turn 3 and 4 and is somewhat of a boilover. Jaden Dredge, his first time. Put your hands together for him. He's led all the way. Anthony Bear 2nd, Jace Kempton 3rd, and Dean Jenkins 4th. Back in 5th place, it's going to be Colin Forbes, then back to Darren Flatman, and cousin Paul Briggs will be the last car to complete the distance. 3 minutes 52.322. Incidentally, heat number 43 was the quickest of the night. That was the 2nd quickest of the night or the weekend. Dredge, Bear and Kempton, your top 3 in the lucky last.
How about it, Mildura? The underdogs come through. Jaden Dredge, there you go, mate. Chuck that in the trailer. Oh, the rev limit got a bit of a workout out there that time, mate.
Yeah, it was pretty flat out.
Just up on the wheel, mate, around the track. How did it feel out there?
Yeah, it's pretty rough still up high, but gave it a go, so...
And just crew, mate, and support people that have come down this weekend for you and giving you a big shout.
I'd love to thank the old man for all the work he puts into the car, and my girlfriend for coming down.
No worries, mate. Well, good job on the heat win, and good luck for the rest of the night.
All right, thanks for that.